Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of May 5th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Scorpio, we are fully in Taurus season. The strongest energetic that we have going on right now is still that Mars in Aries until about the 17th. So that is the biggest driver of this moment. However, tomorrow on the 6th, we have Pluto going retrograde. So it's going to be there till about October. Outer planet, we don't feel it as much. Just know that Pluto, for one, it's one of your rulers, but also it is that generational planet. So for millennials, Pluto is in Scorpio. Gen Z, Pluto is in Sagittarius. Gen Alpha, it is Capricorn, and so these new kids have Aquarius. This is just that generational pull, and when this planet is retrograde, it's just asking you to assess where your energy is going right now. But very minor background noise to this Aries and Mars energy we got going on right now. So let's see what that means for you. And this week I'm using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck to tap into a more instinctual way to work with this Mars and Aries versus a reactive way, yeah? So let's see what we got going on for Scorpio. Let's see. All right, let's see. We got Tarantula. Tarantula, it's a fire element, so you're going to be working with this Aries energy. And through Tarantula, it is this gentle giant of the desert, if you've ever seen one in person. And they just sort of crawl around at very slow paces, and you can see them coming. That's like the biggest thing about them, is they're these gentle little spiders that you can see coming around generally. Unless you're really poking into places. But if you're in the desert, you generally don't want to poke into places, because it's not even one of these guys. It could be a rattlesnake, could be a scorpion. But these guys are like the teddy bear mice of the desert, and they'll give you a few different warnings before they actually want to strike you. So that's the thing, Scorpio, is this week you're a presence. You're always probably a presence that people know to, not mess with. But say people start poking buttons, you've got a few warning signals that go off before you'll actually do anything about it. So that is the energy that you're holding this week, at least. Let's see. Firefly. Okay. And so this is about this Aries and Mars is also this moment to grab whatever it is that you desire. And so fireflies, you only really see them at dusk, to my knowledge, anytime that I've been on the East Coast anyways, because they don't really have them here. But so they're only really active at this very magical moment when the veil between day and night is at its thinnest, and they only flicker for about a second or two, because they have this little burst of energy. So Scorpio, this is saying that there is magic in the present moment, and then there is power to putting all your effort into exactly what you want. So be very intentional with where you're putting your energy this week. And find those catching moments to take whatever you need. And so say, it is action. You might have to do it when you see the moment to talk to your boss, or when you see the moment when your partner is in a place of being able to be the most open to whatever you want to talk about. But it could also be things like that stop and smell the roses, so that you are recharged, because these guys need to charge up those little butts. So you want to be able to catch that moment, like if you have a whole house full of people, even that moment in the bathroom, if you can just get like 2 seconds of refreshing. It's like if you're going into a meeting, you might pause at the door, stop, catch a breath, and then go in. Things like you get in the bathroom, shut the door, that is your 2 seconds in a chamber of your own. And then just that 2 seconds of reset is going to give you that breath of fresh air. Yeah, so there's that. Elk. All right, and so here's that nocturnal. Your cards have all been relatively nocturnal because tarantulas, their migration tends to happen at night. But anyway, so the elk is saying that you are really receptive to working on things that are unseen. For one, you're reading the room. You're just reading rooms really well right now. But also, that intuition space is open for you to get insights in your dreams. So even if you're someone who can't remember dreams, know that our bodies all need rest, regardless of even if you're getting deep REM sleep. That is like the priority, is you want your REM and your deep sleep. But even if you're just getting the rest, and if it's not going to be nighttime rest, because some people don't do that, make sure that you're getting your daytime rest too. There's been times where, depending on my schedules, I've had to be open to the afternoon nap. When I can really fully commit to there's an afternoon nap coming, then I can, open up more of my evening if I have like a morning job, things like that. So for you, Scorpio, because if you're not getting that nighttime rest, that nighttime can be a good time to catch your Pitta energy, which in Ayurvedic it is that fire energy. And if you don't get the wave of the earth energy before bedtime, then you've got this fire energy, and that's why people go dancing at night. But for me, I would just have little mini dance parties in my room, or I would paint. So you can catch those energies as well if that's what you need, Scorpio. More nocturnal, and you don't sleep. It doesn't seem like you do anyways. So Scorpio, Camel is saying that there is a real resiliency. So you really are monitor your energy levels this week, because as the nights get shorter here in the northern hemisphere and longer in the southern hemisphere, you are going to want to watch those rest levels, because right now it might be messing with your sleep. But this is about the resiliency. This guy is also about the resiliency that you have. And so with that first card, these were these flickering moments, a burst of energy. The camel stores water and carries it across the whole Sahara. So for you, Scorpio, build up your energy right now, because it's what's going to help you gauge it. So the tarantula is moving at a slower pace, and that might be what inspires you, and yet it'll build you up to more endurance to pull whatever little pools of energy you have for getting whatever little tasks done you have this week. Yeah, that is what the animals have for you, Scorpio. But to tie it together, we're going to the Flowers of Life Oracle deck. And yeah, just because you are one of the fall signs, we've got this. Yin Yang. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Breathe slowly and deeply. In your mind's eye, imagine a yin yang symbol representing two opposing but complementary forces, something that's found throughout all of nature. Yin is often symbolized as water or earth, considered the receptive feminine force. Yang is symbolized by fire or wind and is the creative masculine force. While opposites, they are not absolutes. Nothing can exist on our physical plane without its opposite, and neither part is superior to the other. Allow this image to move through your entire center, where you feel at one and at peace with your whole being. You are everything. So for you, Scorpio, there was so much emphasis on nighttime and monitoring your energy levels. This is saying you need that so that you can be able to function throughout your day. Yeah, because day and night, that rest and active, they're parts of you. You're a whole being. And another thing that I'll remind you, as I tell you to read your sun, moon, rising, and no matter how many planets you have in whatever elements. You could have all of your planets in water for all I care, but your houses have all of the elements. And that's one thing that we have to remember, is that while I may be a air, sun, water, moon, fire rising, and I only have one planet in Earth, I'm still a balanced, whole, complete person. And so are you, Scorpio. We are all balanced, whole, complete people. And that is what keeps us going. So prioritize the rest, prioritize the action, prioritize that, yes, you're a water being, but that fire is what drives you in your passions in life. That earth is what supports and is that container for your water, which is your physical body. And then that air is what keeps you flexible in your mind to really rethink, recreate, re-engage in life. Yeah, that is what I have for you this week, Scorpio. I hope that helps. I do hope that you do find the balance of wherever your energy needs to go this week, as yeah, Pluto is one of your rulers. So you find your balance and energy so that you can ride this wave of Aries Mars into next week, where I'll meet you again. Bye.